Hi everyone, welcome to November 2019 Makes. This guy is going to be in my video and he said, why do I have to just stand there? Well, you just have to do a little tap dance and sing a little song, okay?
A little soft shoe.
Hey, I managed to snag Candace. She is here and she'll be showing us her dress that I made. I kept saying it was kind of a low production month, and it was, but I did make curtains for Colin, you'll recall.
Oh yes.
And I did make that Fabric Mart crepe dress. So besides those two things, I think I have 8 things to show you today, and you have 2 of them, so we're gonna get right to it. We'll be right back, okay? And also, I desperately need to dye my hair, so just don't even look at the hair. All right, we'll be right back. Hang on. This is Simplicity 2318, and I made that color block shirt for Brad. It's a great pattern. The only thing I had to do was take in the sleeves because he wanted them a little more close fitting. This is a knit shirt. I used a pretty heavy, I feel like that's French terry, and then a much lighter sweater knit, and I thought, oh no, is that sweater knit going to be able to support the terry? But it does just fine, and I always put a chest pocket in. This one actually has a kangaroo pocket on the front, but I just went for the chest pocket instead.
No kangaroo this time.
No kangaroo. Hop away and get on your next one, okay? So yes, I really did like this Simplicity 2318. The shirt was so much fun to make that I made him another one. This time I went with a very, very light sweater knit and just some lightweight jersey for the accents on the shoulder, the neckline, and the chest pocket. Brad has to have a chest pocket or it's not going to be a very favorite shirt, correct?
Yes, I'm a pocket man.
How do these, what do you like about these shirts?
Oh, they're great. They're very soft, comfortable, long sleeve, and they've got a pocket.
Okay, there you go.
What's not to like?
We'll be right back with Candace. This is such a great pattern. It is Vogue 9022. I've made it 3 times, I believe, for myself, and Candace has always loved it. So I thought, well, I'm going to have to make her one, and voila! Here she is in Vogue 9022. Now for her dress, I used a beautiful, I'm pretty sure it's a wool blend. It was so luxurious to sew with, and it sewed like a dream. And it just has a great feel, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
So then I top stitched in pink and put a little button with loop closure on the back. Come up so they can see the top stitching if you don't mind,
Sure.
because I do think those colors complement each other
Yeah, it's
perfectly.
kind of a light pink.
And you were saying what about this dress? Would you wear this with confidence into a board meeting?
Well, I don't really go into board meetings usually, but yes.
Well, don't you have a lot of meetings?
I do have a lot of meetings, yes.
Okay.
No, it's perfect for work. I like that it's structured, but it's still loose. It's not real clingy. It's not real boxy. It's just got kind of a nice, effortless, throw it on and you automatically look polished, you know, doesn't need a whole lot of styling, so.
I did have to take the sleeves in for Candace, and then I did a little bit of my standard, cutting a little bit more at the bust, and then coming back in for the hips. And I think we got a great fit.
I love the pockets too. They're like actual roomy pockets you can carry things in.
Yeah,
so.
it's great. It's this
great.
little pattern goes together beautifully. So that was Vogue 9022. Thank you, Candace. Another great Vogue pattern. This is 9107. All of this scribbling up here says 21018 pants are great. My first non-elastic pants. So you do get pants in this pattern. I went ahead and made the dress. And I've got to say, this is a really fun dress. You can see that you have an asymmetrical hem. You have a little color blocking going on, long sleeves. And I decided, no closures. Oh, you know what I have to tell you about this dress? It's meant for woven fabrics. And I just looked at the front and thought, oh, that's a knit dress. Okay, I need to choose some knits. So I sewed it out of knits. Now I'll tell you, this rich teal blue, and those are two-piece sleeves, by the way. See that? This teal blue is from Fabric Mart, and it's some of their Cady, C-A-D-Y fabric. It is a knit, but it doesn't have a lot of stretch. It's a stable knit. So I thought, well, that should probably be fine. But once again, it was a heavier weight than this knit, which is just like a rayon spandex. And I thought, oh no, am I doing something wrong by putting the heavier weight on the skirt? However, I stabilized the the shoulder seams, and I think it's fine. So it is for wovens, but it did fine with knits. The sleeves are kind of roomy. I already took them in once, and I think I could stand to take them in again. But there is this dress. So if you make it out of a non-stretch woven, they call for a zipper. But I did not need to bother with that. And this is just kind of a, well, like I said, it's a fun dress. So that is 9107 Vogue. Simplicity 8833. The minute I laid eyes on this yellow version, I was smitten. I knew I had to make it. And it doesn't have any closures. You slip it on over your head. The waist is elasticized. It's got these big patch pockets on the front and a tie. So this crazy fabric, if you look up close, it's kind of like patchwork. And I remembered seeing a forum discussion somewhere about patchwork being in or popular by the big name designers like Gucci, although they have actually pieced together. So this takes all that trouble out of it. I got this fabric at High-End Fabrics on Etsy, and I went back and looked, and they do have more. I believe they call this a tencel gabardine. Well, it's heavy, sort of like a canvas, but it's got a great drape. And you've got this big swishy skirt. The neck came down super low, so I just whip stitched it up a little bit higher. The sleeves are set in, dropped shoulder, and I decided to go with a contrast color belt. Love the pockets, and it's a great dress. I'm gonna make it again, I think. So that was Simplicity 8833, and I'll link this patchwork fabric in the description box. McCalls 7122, a Learn to Sew, yes, a Learn to Sew knit dress, wonderful raglan sleeves, simple, easy classic. And then I thought, well, I'm gonna sew something to go with it. So I grabbed New Look 6735 and made that cardigan. So here is the dress. Now I think I used the exact same French terry that I made Brad's shirt out of. It is a luscious French terry. I mean, it is thick, it's fuzzy inside and warm as toast. But the dress struck me as just a little bit plain. So I did a tiny bit of embroidery around the neckline, which looked good, but I thought it needs one more thing. And hence this little bow right there. And I made the bow out of the cardigan fabric. So let me put on the cardigan and show you what these look like together. I find myself wanting pockets. Now, I call this my gathered cardigan, sort of like a style statement. See how it's got those lines? I think that looks pretty cool. And they definitely have you ease stitch here on the sides, which kind of shows. But it's 4 knits, and they did recommend double knit, so I thought Ponte knit should be fine. Well, not necessarily, because you have to stretch this band so far. And I was stretching it as far as I could, and I thought it's gonna gather, and it did. However, I'm not doing it over, and I think it looks cool. But bear in mind, if you choose this pattern, I think a stretchy sweater knit would probably be preferable, unless you want that kind of waterfall look. I chose some really pretty buttons, and they have that orange in them. And I might put some pockets there because I think that would just complete it perfectly. So there is the cardigan and the little brown dress. Really warm. I'm pretty warm right now. My little bow just kind of peeks out. And great patterns. No complaints, but watch your fabric choice and make sure you choose something really stretchy. All right. McCalls 7122 and New Look 6735. We're just about done. Butterick 5981. I think this is probably from the 70s. We have a long dress, we have pants, and a top, and you can do a tie belt. Well, this fabric was some of the softest, the slinkiest fabric knit I'd ever felt. I mean, I don't know what it is. It was up at Fabric Mart. It's not an ITY, it's not a DTY, it's not any TY, but it's rather heavy and so soft and just, it's just like liquid. And I thought, what can I do with this? Well, I was going through my patterns and I thought, oh yes, we are doing a lounge dress. So that is what I made. And it's just a taupe color. So I did some black piping right down the center front seam. And the sleeves have that cool ruching there. And so I chose black cording. It's a little low cut. It feels divine on. And this is the perfect weight for me to lounge around the house in winter. Because like I say, this knit, it's a shiny knit. Oh, it's so nice. And it's kind of heavy. I would put it at medium weight. And short sleeves are a must. They are cut on. Here's the line drawings. I love these old Buttericks so much. Well, that's it. I'm ready to relax and put my feet up. And I hope you can relax and put your feet up too, because we're sliding into Christmas time. I can't believe it. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that you got maybe some ideas or inspiration to get back to your sewing machine and make something cute. Bye everybody, I'll see you soon.